BBQ Pit Boys tribute. Tonight we're going to be making a chicken pasta carbonara, and it's real easy to do. Now, if you haven't had this pasta chicken carbonara, you definitely got to check this out because it's good. All right, so our ingredients here is we've got some fresh chicken, some mushrooms sliced. We have garlic, pork belly bacon. We've got some heavy whipping cream. We have some fettuccine. We'll be using Parmesan cheese, olive oil, and butter. And a tomato here. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. We're going to start up by cutting our chicken up and putting it in the pan here. Cut. So first thing we're going to do is boil some water. You know how to do that, right? Put some water in the pan here. And in there, we're going to put some olive oil. And we'll take that, set that over here on the hot coals. Cut. No. All right. Next, hold on. How do I start? Here we got some fresh chicken breasts. We're going to go ahead and cut these up into cubes, about ½ inch, 3/4 inch. So I just had to wash my hands so the food police don't say anything. So we'll go ahead and cut this up. Show you a little bit of this. Cut this about ½ inch sections. And then Tim showed up. That's okay, Tim, we can edit you out.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
And I'll show you a little bit more of this. You know how to do it. Alright, and then when you get this cut up, we're going to put this in the pan.
Pardon me?
No, I didn't.
So if you don't feel like
said what?
if you don't feel like cutting all your chicken up for the next scene, you just have your filmographer do that, and then, but then when you cut that out, so she can't, everybody thinks that you cut the chicken up.
I'm not into motherfucker.
Okay, this is a kid's show.
I'm here for the.
You're not into the mother. Beep. Okay. So we got our fettuccine here, and we come over and take a look at the pot. We got our rolling boil going here.
I think it just does.
Oops. We can edit you out, Tim.
Thanks, lawnmower just died.
Okay. All right. Let that come back up to a boil, and then we got our chicken cut. We're going to season this with SPGL, which is my own take on SPG. Salt, pepper, garlic, and some seasoning salt. If you all know that brand, it's pretty good stuff. We'll go ahead and season that. Bam! Kick it up a notch. All right, and then within that, we will take a ½ stick of butter, throw it in our hot pan here. There we go. Hot. Take that off the direct heat. Cook that indirect. Actually, that's so hot, I'm gonna take it off. Sit that right there. And in here we got our chicken. We'll go ahead and turn this, season it. And into our pan of butter, we're going to add some more minced garlic. And in that, we're going to add mushrooms. And we're going to add our chicken. You can use any kind of oil you want. You don't have to use butter. Now we'll take that and put that back on the fire. So we'll let the pasta boil up and we'll let the chicken cook up. So now we got our chicken browning up and our pasta is cooking over here. And while that's going on, we're going to come over here and dice up some tomato. One tomato. For the food police, we'll go ahead and wash this thing off. Need some dialogue here. No. Alright, so cutting this tomato, I learned how to do this from Oliver Petit. He owns a Red Bar down in Panama City Beach. And this is the way all the flavor in the tomatoes in the outside and the skin. So when I cut this tomato, I'm going to go ahead and take most of the inside out. Here. And this is good eating here, so don't waste that. I'd feed it to the chickens, but I don't have any. So what we're going to do is get the outside here. And then we're just going to dice this up. Ow! And through the miracle of time, this chicken's done. And we're going to use this pan for the sauce. So I'm going to take this chicken and just set it right here. Can you smell that? That smells good. And then we're going to go ahead and start with our sauce. And with that, we're going to use 1 stick of sweet cream butter. Sweet cream. You know what I'm saying.
Salted sweet cream butter.
But you can do it the way you like. Alright, put this on the fire. And now we're going to use some heavy whipping cream here. We're going to wait for this butter to melt up a little bit. You can see that pasta cooking there. Oh, Action. And we're getting our butter starting to melted up there. And you can see it cooking over here. And as soon as we get all that butter melted, we're going to go ahead and put equal amount of cream in there, heavy whipping cream. All right, so now we got our butter melted. We're going to put in the heavy cream, like this. And we'll just get that going to a boil. And to this rolling boil, we're going to go ahead and add some grated Parmesan cheese. The real secret here to make it a good Alfredo sauce is you've got to get your butter cream mixture very, very hot because you want the cheese to melt. You don't want it to be grainy. You want it to be smooth. So you don't add it all at a time. You add it a little bit at a time. You can start seeing here it's boiling really, really hot. I'm going to go ahead and put this on top of the direct flame here. And we're just going to put a little bit of cheese in there. We'll stir it in and it will melt. And you can see the whole pot starting to boil now. When you put the cheese in there, it'll actually cool down the mixture. And it will slow down the boil a little bit, but you want to try to keep it boiling as high as you can as you put the cheese in. I put a lot in there, but that's okay because I got it pretty hot. I can see it's getting a little too hot, so I'm going to back it up. That's the classic white sauce, Alfredo white sauce. You see that thickening up really good there. And this is a really good Alfredo right here. Really rich, creamy, good stuff. And now I'm going to go ahead and take the chicken. Put the chicken in the Alfredo. With the mushrooms. And you can see I took that off the direct heat right now. We're just going to let that simmer up for just a little bit. And I'm going to come back over here to the table while that's simmering. Okay, and this is what makes it the carbonara. Get yourself some bacon. And I cooked that earlier. We got some pork belly bacon frying up on the pan. This is a Lodge cast iron grill. You know how to do that, right? And then, one-handed bacon cutting. And you can see that's crisp, and that's good, good. Now that carbonara and that sauce and that chicken, oh, we're gonna marry that with that pasta, and that's gonna be some pretty good stuff. Now we got that sauce all ready to go. We're gonna check our pasta, see if our pasta's done.
So yeah.
Ow. Are you recording? Why is the light out? The pasta's done. We're going to go ahead and strain that and then pour it back into the sauce here. All right, now we're going to marry these two together right there, and we're going to mix them up real good. And all we got left to do is make some bread, and they'll be ready to eat. Now we're gonna make some bread. What?
So should I?
It's okay. So now we got the bread. This is a pain bouquet or whatever. It's really good.
Or French loaf.
And French loaf. So we got two kinds of bread here. We're gonna go ahead and slice that up 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, you're cutting. Yeah, we're cutting bread. Cut. We're cutting bread. Tim, you want a piece of bread? Okay, there you go. Tim's eating it.
Nice.
So you take that butter and you just swipe it all over that bread. Make sure you get enough. And some garlic. And if you like, you can put some cheese on there. You can do it the way you like. We're going to go ahead and cook our bread indirect or direct on the grill. This won't take very long at all. And you can do it the way you like. We live in St. Louis. We put some Provel cheese here from Emo's Pizza. This is some good eating. Looks like it's about time to eat. Now it's time to eat. I'm just gonna go ahead and dip some out here. Some chicken and some pasta and some mushrooms. And you can do it the way you like, but what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and dress this up. We're going to put a little Parmesan cheese on the top of this. And we're going to put some tomatoes. Tomatoes on the top of that. If I had remembered some parsley, we put some parsley on that. And we're gonna get a piece of bread. There we go. And now here's, we sorry guys, but this is pitmaster privilege. And that is good. Can you smell that? That smells good.